Astro DJ's giving me one. I know it's Irish. It sounds like a folk song. I can hear the melody, but I can't catch what the word is. It's something hill. And they keep giving me like, we had bloody, what did we have yesterday? Levitation. Astral bodies now. It's like somebody travelling, somebody's homesick. So, I don't know, it's something hill. I'm pretty sure it's something hill. But I'm not catching that first word. So I'll dig for that one. It might take me a while. Unless our bloody name that tune in one pair, April or Elaine, can figure out what it is. Something hill. I just can't get that first word. But I'll find it. I've got the melody in my head. But as with all Irish songs, they all sound a bit similar, don't they? So it's the 15th today. We want that devil upside down. We need to turn him on his head. So we need to break the shackles. One of the reasons I've gone back to these Mythic Tarot for a little bit is because I keep getting the name Jason in the Astro DJ messages. It may or may not mean something to you, but Jason is Jason and the Argonauts to me, and in Greek myth, he's all over these cards with the golden fleece. He's on a quest, much like the Fool. So, let's see. A lot of major arcana in that one. And that one. Well, there can't be many left. That's Jason. Excuse me. So it seems he's going to be very late in the pile. If not the last pile. Which hasn't happened for a very long time. So, yeah, last pile. Very strange. There he is. Okay. So, Mercury retrograde, twins, Gemini cuspers. So, early Gemini is Taurus, late Gemini is Cancer. It says the enemy is overcome. Rivals overcome. And there's the devil, manipulating people. Can you see the two little puppets there? He wasn't really a nasty person. He just liked a bit of mischief. Panpipes, the god Pan. Sagittarius energy, but it is supposed to be Capricorn. Being used, the 15 is negative energy. Oh, and there's the star-crossed lovers. Can't remember his name. Don't know if it was Apollo. Not sure. His mum didn't really, weren't very happy with her because she took the lamp. She wasn't supposed to see him because he was so beautiful, apparently. And a mate said, oh, you only ever see him in the dark, in secret, so he can't be that good. As I was saying, so, can't remember the name of the pair of silly buggers, but she doubted him. She doubted how good he was, how good looking he was, everything about him, because she was listening to other people. So she got a lamp out, and in them days there was the old oil lamps, and she was that overcome by his beauty, apparently, that she spilt the oil because her hand was shaking, and it burnt him and it scarred him, and he ran off in pain. But the pain was partly internal because she doubted him. So this is about doubts. This is about letting your people get between you and someone else and putting doubts in your head. Trivialities, things that don't really matter. But it also is about not chasing somebody. Let him heal the wound, because he did come back, but he had to heal from the hurt and pain. And he only really came back to save her because his mum got a bit feisty and she was going to do something to him. So that might be something to do with you, your star-crossed lovers and mother-in-laws getting involved, or other people. Because there are those who see when they're shown, and those who will never see. Greed comes into this somewhere. Taurus energy, which will be after the 21st. Somebody begging or somebody expecting bailouts all the time. There's no equal reciprocity. And it doesn't just mean financially. It means emotionally. There's always some drama where you've got to bail them out. So this has to end, is what Spirit's saying. There's been a betrayal. She betrayed him by not trusting him. Stabbed in the back. The three fates again. The maiden, the mother and the crone. And justice there saying, hang on, enough's enough. He's dead. Leave it at that. Stop sticking the swords in. You've brought him to his knees. What more do you want? It's over. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And this is only a shell. So there may have been a passing. Maybe a passing where you didn't believe somebody was ill. They said there was, but you didn't believe them. You've got to come out of your mind. It could be through guilt. It could be through shame. You've got to get out of that mindset. Because there they are again, the three fates. Somebody's sticking their oar in, aren't they? Always got the knives out. So the answer is yes. This is recovery, health, recovery, happiness, recovery. That's them two. And he's left and ran away when he comes back, and that's his mum giving him the blessing. Because she was going to give her what for, but she realised that they loved each other and that she didn't mean any harm, and that it was all these other people's fault sticking their oar in that made the problems. So happy ever after, which is good. 9 months though also means possible babies or the birth of something new. But something has to end first, and it has to be that you put a wall between you and those people, those negative ninnies that are trying to cause you pain, either verbally or mind games, whatever it is. They are causing you that pain, and you've got to end that. So, which card are we going to use? One wonders. Let's look at these. Not actually sure what these ones are called. See, there's the Tower. Somebody brushing things under the carpet, pretending it's not happening. Water and electrical problems, arguments and accidents within the home, but people pleasing. 16. Refusing to bring those walls down and be vulnerable. 16 is negative, so this weekend doesn't look promising, does it? We've got violent men, and it could be this toxic situation. So you know, if you're in a violent relationship, it's got to stop. Somebody's very confused at the very least because of these mind games. They can't think clearly. It usually a bloke, could be a dark-haired bloke, could be Libra. Somebody sitting on the fence because they don't know what to do. They're so confused. Doctors, priests and lawyers don't make any good decisions, and advice you get may be wrong. And we have the Leo energy, power struggles. That's what it is, power struggles. She just couldn't do what he asked because she was too stubborn. Leo energy, heart and back issues, healing, karma. An internal struggle or an external struggle, maybe with a Leo, but you can win this. 8 or 26, positive energy. But there we have the Ten of Swords again. You have to release this pain, this let go. It's an ending, yes, but it has to take place. So it could be a passing of someone. If that's the case, I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, the nightmare is now over. It's ended, it's done, it's dead and buried. 9 weeks. But there will be an outpouring of emotion, possibly depression, and somebody turning to drink. Could be a Cancer of any gender. Cancer cusper, early Cancer is Gemini, late Cancer is Leo. But it's somebody not in charge of their emotions. It's a very emotional time. And fear of this new beginning. Putting things off until tomorrow because you're scared, you're frightened. You need to get courageous. And the Moon, again, confusion, torn, internally, externally. Possibly homesick, something like that. Where you torn between two properties, two people, or mourning the loss of someone, not really seeing where you're going to go next. It's all part of the journey. We're coming into that new moon on the 21st. So the Moon, the 18, negative energy. And the Hermit, greed, somebody having health issues, definitely. Somebody not listening to the gut instinct. If you've got any little niggle, go and get it checked out. Don't be putting it off. Health issues need to be sorted. Abdomen, intestines, Virgo energy, hospital doors, care workers. And that Moon I do sometimes get when you ping-ponging between elderly parents and grandkids, looking after too many people and not looking after yourself, chucking yourself into work. 9 or 27 Virgo energy is negative. 1 and 28 negative. Depression, somebody wearing a false mask, somebody pulling the wool over your eyes. Criminal activity, drugs, children, school days, twins, Gemini energy. 1 and 28. And a missed opportunity. A rejection. gift that wasn't taken, and impatience. 3 days. Pisces energy, somebody playing the martyr or the victim to get what they want. Hanging themselves out to dry. Thinking if they do what the devil tells them to do, they will come out with the 30 pieces of silver. Well, that won't serve you. You may be sacrificing yourself for ungrateful people. That's our Prometheus. Getting his liver pecked out, so there could be issues with the liver as well. Number 12, Pisces, is negative energy, feet and toe issues. Oh, and Libra now. Number 11, negative energy, issues with injustice, legal matters, sitting on the fence. Looks like somebody's really being used here. And children. So there could be the birth of a child, or it is fear of the new beginning, childlike fear, childishness, or reunions from someone with your past. There's no defending this situation. It's all a bit too much. So look after your health. Don't listen to others. Know that any endings that come are meant and could be blessings if you but knew it. Eleven is negative. 12 is negative. 9, 27, 1, 28, all negative. 18 negative. A lot of major arcanas, a lot of signs, but we expected it coming up to the new moon, didn't we? Because we know there's a lot of astrology. Speaking of which, we'll have a look, see what the astrology says. Yeah, there you go, Pluto, the number 11. An injustice, but it brings about a transformation. So let's just have a look at the astrology for the 15th and 16th. So, on Saturday, the moon enters Pisces. On Sunday, the sun semi-sextiles Neptune, which is the tower. A good day to relax, to find your peace of mind. Watch a film, do some art, music, romance. Avoid forgetfulness and overindulgence because you will regret it. So, sacrifices, overindulgence, playing the martyr or the victim, getting you nowhere. Number 11. Pluto. Six of Swords, moving on. And not taking the baggage of the past with you. The name Annie could be important. People who live deeply have no fear, which is what they want, 22 negative, of shallow living. Of death, sorry. People who live deeply have no fear of death, and we've got death twice here. So, if you've lived a good life, Pluto is the smallest and outermost planet, and yet it carries the most weight. It's the planet of extremes. Birth, sex, death. Birth and death. We've got both of those. In Greek legend, Pluto was the god of the underworld. Hades, the devil. Well done, spirit. His earlier name was Hades. Came to designate the dwelling place of the dead. The name Hades means the unseen. That's why they're pulling the wool over your eyes, because you're not seeing it. and is a good description of the energies of Pluto, which tend to transform areas of the astrological chart without us knowing until the explosion or blowout, which is waiting to happen. Pluto was discovered only in 1930, and though it is now considered a dwarf planet, transits from Pluto are extremely powerful and bring on significant life changes. In traditional astrology, Pluto is a higher octave of Mars, but has some similarities to Saturn, so the truth, and is a force of oppression, so somebody keeping us in shackles. Pluto governs renewal and rebirth, Nine of Cups. It brings to the surface things that have been hidden or felt deep inside, gut instinct. These are sometimes painful to confront and are embarrassing or taboo, the shame. Well done, Spirit. This dwarf planet tends to inspire unwelcome surprises. Pluto can be like the tower collapsing, which we're trying to avoid. A life from which you must rebuild from the debris. So, make a new start. Many things you have relied upon for always being there will suddenly disappear or leave. More than anything else, Pluto represents endings and beginnings. It is not a kind of physical death per se, since in our lifetime we experience many deaths and new starts. It is simply a time where the decks are being wiped clean for new action. Most of the time you begin to feel ill at ease with a feeling that something's not quite right, and things go down strangely, with an eerie silence like the Titanic. If you were in a relationship that's been difficult, it will either end or deepen and become more fulfilling. What did I say? Make or break time. Any romance that starts at this time should prove to be intense. It's very important not to try and control others. Instead, surrender to the ups and downs for a while. Although some of these changes will be painful ones. That said, it is a time of intense sexuality. It may come in various forms. Great sex, not enough sex, strange sex, but most likely intense and consuming sex. In terms of job or career, it may be time to get another. You may have recently been infatuated with a hidden subject and certain mysteries or taboo. This could be a time when you are able to sense and feel spirit around you, and sometimes this indicates psychic attacks, and thus you should be very careful who you open up to. Be cautious if you're involved in anything paranormal or occult. You are not particularly vulnerable. In fact, your strength is growing. But you must remember to protect yourself. I've told you how so many times. You must protect yourself from anything negative, such as energy vampire types of people or lost spirits looking for a home. You may become upset concerning something about the past that turns out to be not what you thought it was. There's the return from the past. On a more mundane level, you may have to be more careful with your finances, taxes, inheritance, etc. You might have the opportunity to suddenly move to a new home, but beware of the foundations, water, sewer, or electrical problems, like I said, and also the possibility that the house might be haunted. Think of Pluto as leftover things that tend to languish in a state of decay or decadence, but more positively, it's time for rejuvenation, healing, and birth. Six of Swords, transformation, endings, but new beginnings. Don't take the baggage of the past with you. New ways of being, the end of the old, with an intensity. And there's your portal, the doorway to pass through. Number 26. Change, gateway, new beginnings. Well done, Spirit. Well done. So it's about fresh starts. But some of you are ready. And if you're not ready, you will miss the opportunity, perhaps, of a lifetime. And it may not come again. So, now is the time to step through that portal. You've done the work, you've set up the foundations, now it's time to harvest what you've planted. Step through the portal and your life will be forever changed for the better. Portals don't appear to everyone, so know that your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Sometimes we're given our all and start to lose the energy to get to the finish line. Well, you made it. This is the finish line, but it's also the start of your next journey. This is exciting. Finally, a new beginning is here. It is time to give yourself a pat on the back for all the work you've done to bring you to this junction. Everything is in alignment, and all you need to do is step through the portal to embrace what is waiting for you on the other side. And once you've stepped through that portal, there'll be no going back. It's gone. It's no longer needed. This also shows that you are ready to let go of what no longer serves you. Embrace the new also means deciding what you now need for your future. What does this new phase of your life look like? And what space have you got to create to let in the new? Such as high vibrational card and one full of wonderful new possibilities, if you allow it. So you've got to stop being afraid and have some courage. 9th house, Saturn, Truth, and Capricorn. Well done. Well done, Spirit. Capricorn, 15. The truth is out there. 9th house, Sagittarius energy. Don't act in haste. There's hips and thighs, learning some harsh lessons, overcoming addictions, universities, publishing houses, higher learning, philosophy, distant horizons, your ethics, your visions, your beliefs, your religion, long journeys, in-laws and foreign affairs. So Saturn in Capricorn. This placement is extremely cautious and careful, possessing the ability to plan and stick to long-term strategies for success. Rigid traditional views hold sway, so you need to break those shackles, because that's not serving you. Oh, and we've got the letter M, which is me. He was apples. Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. When Eos appears either singly or as the first rune or the only rune in a reading, you can be sure that things are picking up a pace and changing for the better. This is a rune of large concepts, of major projects and new and exciting adventures. It's also said to emphasize the meaning of everything else in the reading, to speed up events that are foretold, and most usual interpretation of Eos indicates travel, yes, moving on, usually to a new location that will provide the physical and mental stimulation that you crave. However, it might equally indicate the new move of home or establishment of a partnership with a person who is as strong-willed as you are. You're going to have to stand up for yourself or you'll end up in shackles. The importance of forming a team, of running in harness, the yin to your yang, not falling out of step. It also denotes that the need to treat your partners with respect that they deserve, demonstrating your loyalty, consulting them on important issues and vice versa, ensuring that the bonds between you remain strong despite the challenges that are in store. The rune may have a connection with higher education, which we've just had in the 9th house. Especially if you're involved in subjects that are investigative, such as sciences. However, Ewo's rune manifests itself in your life. An increase in your personal status and that of those around you is certain. For some though, because it's on the side, the inverted, problems with travel and vehicles are suggested when this rune is inverted. Your friends and family may not be in tune with your ideas, and this frustrates your ambitions and puts unnecessary delays in there. There may also be health worries in connection with pets or domestic animals. Yes. Okay. So let's have a look. How long have we got? We'll have just this then. So finally, there's light at the end of the tunnel. So for some, with those two 10 of swords, we can't deny that someone will be returning to the light. Light illuminates darkness and gloom and brings hope and inspiration. Ask the angels to fill you with more light, for it contains spiritual information and knowledge. These are the keys to the universe, those keys that the Hierophant carries, and brings love and peace, as well as unlocking the wisdom within you. As your light becomes stronger and clearer, you will find clarity of purpose. You will radiate brightly and become a beacon, reminding others of the divine help available. And your wisdom suggests you ask the angels to ignite and strengthen that divine flame within you. You are the light, so spread that light, especially if you've suffered. They're going for me through it again. Because earth angels are no good if they haven't made mistakes. How can they teach others? So spread the word of how you coped in certain situations. You never